Okay, so look around this 1971 Austin Mini Cooper S Mark III, 1275 S Mark III. Of course, they're all 1275 at this age. Finished in red. Now, this has just recently come into us, and it's just disappeared into our workshop for the past month or so, just for some light recommissioning to make it run properly, and it absolutely goes like a rocket now. And to sort out a few electrical problems, we've just fitted things like new dynamo and new voltage regulator to it. It's only had two owners since 1983, and the last owner barely used it, so it did need a bit of light recommissioning, but it's now fully ready to go. Now, I will declare straight away, we've been told, not by the last owner, who assured us it was the original shell, we've been told that it's been reshelled. Story is, it was reshelled in sort of 1980 to 81, into a brand new BL Mini shell at the time, and the shell certainly seems to be in really rather good shape. But it did start life as a genuine, still is a genuine S in a way, because it's got all the S identities and V5 and everything and all the right numbers. But as I say, the shell, we're told, was a new replacement in 1980/81. Easiest way to tell is I think it's the gutter sides there on an S Mark III shell. They have a slightly different shape. However, it is on hydroelastic suspension. The Mark III S was the last Mini to run hydroelastic suspension, and the majority of them have been converted now. This one is still on hydroelastic. You can see the pipe going down through there. Into the double mount for the subframe. So yes, there we have it. Anyway, let's walk around it. It's got all the usual bits on it, like the 130 miles per hour speedometer, the reverse rim wheels, twin tanks, and the sort of chrome surrounds on the rear windows, on the opening rear windows and things. But body-wise, Mark III's didn't really differ a great deal from a sort of a cooking Mini 850 or 1000. So only mechanically they're different. Obviously this one's still got its proper disc brakes and everything. Quick look at the engine bay there, but we'll come back to that. And head, block and gearbox are all the correct type. Anyway, let's walk around the body and pick out some good bits and bad bits. Very few bad bits. I really don't think it's done many miles, assuming that it's correct that it was reshelled in 1980/81. I don't think it's done a lot of miles since, and certainly the last owner garaged it, because the shell condition is really rather good. We'll start with up there, where they usually tend to go. I can see a tiny bit of bubbling just there. Down the seam, down the A-post on the driver's side, around the front end. So we'll come back to the engine a bit later on. Up here on the bonnet, and I've got the bonnet open at the minute, but it does shut. There is a slight blemish somewhere on the bonnet, but I can't quite see it now the bonnet's up. Yeah, there is a small blemish just over here somewhere, but oh no, it's there. Tiny blemish there. Near side front wing, all splendid, and up here on the closing panel, on the scuffle, it's all very good indeed. Up around the screen edges and the A panel, passenger door and roof are all very nice indeed. Let's move on to the interior. Interior wise, the seats are in, I think they're the original seats, and they're in reasonably good shape. The carpets, however, are sort of 1980s carpets, and they don't fit particularly well. Let's pull some back so you can have a look at the floor in the front here. That's the front floor pan on the passenger side. So yeah, the carpets aren't its best feature. Neither of the front door cards. They're both a little bit curly on either side, at both ends, especially the driver's one. But aside from that, headlining's a bit marked in the back, but it's all then a bit there, and there's a blemish on the sun visor there. but you know, it is what it is. It's an 80s, well, let's see, 80s carpets in it. At least they bothered to cover the box sections and everything. It's got the proper 130 mile per hour speedo in there, and say showing 61,000 miles. We can't guarantee that that's correct, obviously. We've got no information to say it isn't. Near side rear wing, again, really good. And around the tail end, little blemish, bit of bubbling coming up there on the base of the rear window on that side, just under the paint, but that's about it. Quick look inside the boot. Even comes with a mini Haynes Workshop manual. Carry on round, offside rear wing. Let's show you that subframe mount down there. A little bit of paint loss just down there on the back corner of the offside rear, on the sort of gutter there, and a tiny bit just there. A couple of chips on the gutter up here as well. Otherwise, offside rear wing excellent. Offside door, again very good. And we've talked about the offside front A panel there. Let's open up the driver's side. Again, as I say, door cards are a little bit curly and lost a bit of their backing. Quite easily restorable, in fairness. With some new cardboard. And again, let's see if we can see under the floor under here. There's your floor pans. Needs that rubber bung putting back in. Otherwise we'll get water in that. I'll have to get a new rubber bung for that, I think. But yeah, it's also got these fitted mats in it, front and rear. Look like a genuine mini mats. Didn't clear out the dirt in the back of it there. Apologies for that. So there we have it. It's I love it. It's fun to drive. And I think, to be honest, most of them have been reshelled these days, whether people say so or not, or the shell is 90% unoriginal. This one we're making no bones about it, although I say the previous owner swears he didn't know, but how much of that is true or not, who knows. Anyway, let's just have a quick look at the engine. As you see, new voltage regulator in there, new brake master cylinder. We've balanced the carbs, so it now runs absolutely beautifully. Really does absolutely fly. So, I think there we have it. My name is Simon. You can reach me in the office on 0118 907 1495, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk for any further info. End.